Well, it's Sunday fun day. Time to get the red and black 18T all cleaned up. This thing is absolutely filthy, and with that, we have a lot of work to do to get ready for our next race. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's video. Hopefully you guys are all having a fantastic Friday. We have officially made it through the week, and now it is time to do some racing on the weekend. Friday is a weekly King of Thunder show, and Saturday is a King of the West 410 NARC show, which is gonna pay $10,000 to win. So it's looking like Saturday will be a little bit stiffer competition, but nonetheless, both races in the Central Valley, which means there'll be a lot of heavy hitters there. And I won't lie to you guys, these California double headers back to back are actually really tough. You know, we're an Oregon-based team, and so we've always been used to traveling, whether it's outlaw carts or sprint cars, to race against really good competition. But you know, when you race Friday, Saturday, you drive home Saturday night, get home Sunday, you're tired, you have to wash, maintenance Monday, Tuesday, then load Wednesday, and turn around and leave Thursday. So this is like kind of getting us warmed up for our big 2022 season ahead. So in this video, I wanted to show you some of the preparations and what we were doing in the shop to get the red and black 18T back ready to be on track. And that all started on Monday afternoon when we decided to pull our 410 engine out. So we got the engine out. I'll take this opportunity to clean the motor plate. Also, it's a lot easier to grease the torque ball with no engine in. And if there was any thought that we forgot how to swap engines in a sprint car during the off season, you know, not racing since November, you know, in those 4 months, sometimes you forget things. We definitely did not forget how to do this. We were picking it up real quick. We obviously had to put an engine in to race. And then after Watsonville, we had to switch from 360 to 410. Now we took the 410 out. We're gonna have to put the 360 back in. And then this weekend at some point again, in between Friday and Saturday, we are gonna have to put the 410 back in. So probably got a little confusing there as I was running through what our team's plans are. But throughout the season, you know, with this car, we are gonna be doing a lot of swapping back and forth as we have quite a few 360 and 410 shows. In the car it goes.
Okay, you went in now. Come and start this bolt on that side.
Okay, we're good. You're good. It's not going anywhere. And just like that, this afternoon, we pulled the 410 out and put our old reliable Bailey Brothers 360 in. This is the engine that we'll be running this weekend at the Tulare ThunderBowl. As well as swapping engines, we had a very productive day on the race car, and this thing is one step closer to being back on track this Friday night. So my father and I got the engine swap done, which was a little bit of added work for the week. We're not gonna have to constantly do that throughout the 2022 season. So after we finished the engine situation, it was time to get started on our weekly work on the 18T, which consisted of changing gears, you know, re-greasing the front and rear bars, which is like an absolute must to do every single week. Otherwise you wash and your bars are gonna just get rusty, and then it makes them really hard to get in and out. And on the topic of greasing, my dad also had to do the bird cages. There it goes. So that right there is my dad's new Milwaukee grease gun. My Uncle Kenny actually got, was it a Christmas gift?
Yeah.
Christmas gift, and he knew we would be able to use it on the sprint car. But greasing your bird cage is like very important throughout each week. These are vital components in the rear. You can see the radius rod connects to it, the rear arm connects to it, and my dad pumped grease in both the left and right side. And if you don't properly take care of your bird cages, you know, taking them off maybe every 5 to 7 shows, and we like to clean them in solvent as well as greasing them, you know, every single weekend, that's when you can start running into problems. I don't know if you guys remember at the Silver Dollar Speedway at the end of last season, we had an issue with our bird cage. It seized up and then it snapped my rear axle, and luckily I didn't wreck too bad. I just kind of like, you know, it just stopped the race car, but it could have been much worse and resulted in a very bad accident. So the tail end of Monday and Tuesday, our crew was doing the weekly work on the 18T, as well as some other things that weren't mentioned, like tires and just going through the car and re-greasing the torque ball. I call some of that little stuff just crossing your T's and dotting your I's during the week, but once we got it all ready and we were able to set it back on the ground, we did want to make sure that the 360 fired and that there was no leaks. All right, so we are about to get the Bailey all fired up. This thing has not ran since October, November. So it hasn't ran for a little bit, but it should fire right off. The nice thing about Tulare is they have different muffler rules than Ocean. At Ocean, we had to run those big, ugly tractor-looking things. But Tulare, we can just run the regular show and fields, and then we also have to run those Saturday at Hanford. But 360 Friday, 410 Saturday, same as last weekend, just at 2 different tracks. So the car fired up immediately. That went very well. Now it was time to finish buttoning up our operation, get it all packed up and ready to head south to California again. It might not show up as well on camera, but after one weekend, this thing got absolutely hammered. Ocean wasn't that bad, but Stockton happened to be really, really rocky and a ton of material flying around. If I kind of stand up here, to me, it almost looks like a wing that has 10 or 15 shows on it, but in reality, we only ran, you know, 2 nights. And I know it's a race car and it's meant to get all beat up, but hopefully some of the tracks we're going to in the coming weeks are a little bit less rocky and just a little bit nicer to the 18T. And just like that, we are all loaded up and ready for another weekend in California for some sprint car action. Last weekend was all about getting in the swing of things, but now we can officially say, like, the season is here and we are on the grind of, you know, racing, then wash, then maintenance, then get ready, and pretty much repeat. And that right there is the dream, ladies and gentlemen. So one last reminder, we will be racing the Tulare ThunderBowl on Friday with our 360 with the King of Thunder 360 sprint cars. Then on Friday, we have another KWS show, 410 at the Keller Speedway, which is not far up the road from Tulare. Unfortunately, I don't think Friday has a live stream, but Saturday will, and it will be on Flow Racing. So if you guys have that subscription, you will be able to watch the red and black 18T. Anyway, we're gonna shut the back door, head back home, get ready, and then we will leave tomorrow and be southbound for California for 2 nights of racing. Thank you guys so much. I love having you here for our journey, and we're gonna be getting after it once again this weekend. See you guys all there. Deuces.